at What's Cooking on Wine, the Sonoma Report. It comes your way Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. right here on CRN. Winemakers, superstars, wine growers, and more. With Larry Van Alst, What's Cooking on Wine, the Sonoma Report.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Welcome to Make America Great. I am truly Greene, and I have a wonderful life. Learn how to understand the chaos that has fallen on the American people and how to minimize the negative messages streaming live from every direction. When you know yourself and live a clean life, all doors open to a wonderful life. Explore the truth and the lies. The time is now, right now. Trump versus Clinton.
But in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
I am truly Greene, the voice of truth. I am reading a quote from Donald Trump's book, Crippled America. Quote, "The politicians who talk a great game in campaigns then play like total losers when they actually try to govern." Unquote. I am truly Greene. I feel Donald Trump is saying greedy politicians are charming losers, thinking charm will divert and minimize their deliberate losses. Our politicians have smiled for the camera, ignoring the horror they have deliberately created. Why did Hillary Clinton make the critical, stupid decision to leave U.S. armaments in Iraq unprotected? There is only one party that could possibly benefit. A new terrorist was born, ISIS. I don't believe it was a simple mistake. It was a strategic act. Donald Trump and I agree, world money is seeking world power through Hillary Clinton's presidency. Donald Trump will take no campaign donations, but never. Donald Trump will take campaign donations, but never from lobbyists or special interests. Donald Trump knows how to win this election without any lobbyist donations and fight to win the economic battle of 2018. He knows the massive organized plan of corporate corruption. He knows once the votes are punched and put into cyberspace, Hillary Clinton and the globalists will change the way America has voted. This will be just one more crime Hillary and the global elites have gotten away with. Donald Trump owes no favors, so he's worthless to the New World Order. Donald Trump's plan is to make America great again. Donald Trump has matured. He is a man of the people, and as our president, he has made a commitment to clean up this government, find the corruption hidden within every American city. There are legions of corrupt corporations at the root of a U.S. takeover, with one purpose in mind: to gain control of the U.S. government and steal the people's freedom by the enactment of new laws that will only benefit the elites through Hillary Clinton and her corporate sponsors. The Supreme Court ruled corporations are people. They are the corrupted Americans protected by the courts. When they have the control of our vast wealth and our world power, there will be little we can do about it to stop them. There are legions, organized and cruel, who will be prosecuted for their crimes and who will suffer by speaking the truth. The laws will be changed. There will be no truth, only lies. History is repeating itself. Donald Trump knowingly has created a war, insider versus insiders. Being a former insider, Donald Trump has drawn his sword of truth to cut the stranglehold on America of the corporate domination and greed. Donald Trump is brave enough to speak up in protection of the American people. He is one man against an evil imperial underworld. He knows who they are. He knows how to deal with them. He knows they have the power now. Donald Trump also knows they are bullies. Bullies have a thin skin because their ego is overinflated, like a balloon stretched to the max. He knows they will pop as soon as he uncovers and tells the truth. Then their power will be reduced to the little green pea on a plate. We, the people, have been given the responsibility to choose a strong president. Donald Trump is waging war on world domination. He recently refused $5 million from a lobbyist because he felt that donor would want favors in return. When Hillary Clinton has made good on her commitments to the corporations and the lobbyists, American people will suffer. During World War II, Mussolini of Italy sponsored the corporations of corruption in the takeover of Italy's Italian government for the sole purpose of remaking the laws in the interest of corporate gain. His people suffered. The voice of Italy became smaller and smaller. Fascism had taken over. Mussolini became Italy's cruel fascist. The soulless dictator, Mussolini, fell. At the end of World War II, April 28, 1945, he was executed by firing squad. Donald Trump has joined in spirit with Teddy Roosevelt, our great American president that waged war on the robber barons to save the American economy at the turn of the 20th century. When the media manipulates the facts, the voice of truth is replaced by chaos and confusion. Through 30 years of Hillary Clinton's incompetence, American politics are starving for truth. The super elite donate massive amounts of money to politicians. Then, when elected, corporations then come to retrieve their favors, changing the laws to legally take over our government and the American people. If this tone of corruption continues, billionaires, Wall Street, and corporate cartels will rule the world. Donald Trump's voice resonates the sounds of freedoms. Donald Trump's voice resonates the sound of freedom and justice for all. The Liberty Bell is ringing. Once again, transparency is now imminent for criminal politicians and lobbyists. Donald Trump's voice resonates sounds of freedom and justice for all. The Liberty Bell is ringing. Once again, transparency is imminent for criminal politicians and lobbyists and self-interest groups that know no limits. Their greed and has no loyalty. Truth's voice has been quiet for too long. Hollowed speeches have ceased to inspire. While Washington, D.C. continues to partner with the robber barons, there is plotting and planning to rule the world. They have left a paper trail, and when they are caught, America will find there are no mistakes. Their actions were deliberate. To the American people of the world, to the people of the world, wake up. Donald Trump is the messenger of freedom and become America's voice of truth. He is radically raw, but to the point. Donald Trump has made a commitment to tell the truth, to make America great again. This is the people's country, no longer the politicians' playground. Donald Trump refuses to smile for the camera until he is making America great again.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art galleries, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Let's go ahead and welcome everybody back officially. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. This is Make America Great, the Truly Greene radio show. Truly Greene, this is your seventh program in this series leading up to the presidential election, Trump versus Clinton. And
Right.
you have now, after only a brief, literally a very few amount of shows, you've now become known as this voice for truth. And that is certainly something to be commended.
Thank you. People started calling me and saying, "You're the voice of truth." And I said, "Oh, do you mind if I put that on, quote that?" And I thought, and I said, it's true. I am a voice of truth, because if you know the truth, you have to tell it. When I used to teach, when people stop you and say, you can't tell, that's not right. You have to keep that a secret. And if it's something bad, tell. If you're not going to get beat up or killed, you have to tell the truth. Bullies, that's how bullies bully. You have to just tell the truth about what's happening. If it's something bad in your home, if it's something bad in your world, or even in your office, you have to tell the people of power. And you have to create, if the people of power are corrupt, you have to create your own power. And that's what I'm doing. The people that I knew that are around, they're corrupt. So where do I go? I'm going to the media. And so I didn't know it would become the voice of truth, but here it is. And I think it's very, very important that America, if they call in and we think that it's viable, we certainly want to tell everyone about it. So please, if you have truth to tell about America, not your personal truth right now, that's another story, about American politics, please call us if you know anything that has been happening, because we don't even know if the people who call in about terrorism, if it gets to the real people. Put it on this show. We'll tell it, and we'll tell American people the truth.
Absolutely fascinating. And, of course, a lot of people out there might not be willing to accept the truth, but that certainly doesn't stop anybody from telling it.
Yes, once the bell is rung, you're there. Just ring the bell and people will start to follow.
Can't stop it from being heard, that's for sure. We'll be back. Much more to come right after this.
What do you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Mortgage rates are at all-time lows. If you have not refinanced your current mortgage in the last few years, you could be losing thousands of dollars a year by paying too high of an APR. And the place to call is LendingTree to find out how low you can go. We can match you with lenders offering some of the lowest rates APRs available. Some APRs are lower than 3%. Imagine how much money you can save every month if your current mortgage is at 6% or higher. And all it takes is one free call to LendingTree to match you with a lender who may be able to lower your current home mortgage rate. Learn how to potentially save thousands by refinancing your current mortgage. Call LendingTree right now. NMLS 1136.
800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. That's 800-628-5067.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Welcome back, everybody, to Make America Great, the Truly Green radio show. And Truly Green, needless to say, anybody that has tuned into this program for any amount of time probably realized this program is not afraid to deal with politics. Not at all.
I guess not.
In fact, a lot of the basis for this program is political.
Well, I haven't thought about it, but I just say what I know to be true, and if it's politics that take down an evil regime, then that politics will talk, whatever it is.
And one of the things that has come about in this most recent election process. Mm-hmm. Is the amount of greed that has come to light, and what I'm referring to is the not necessarily from the Republican candidate Donald Trump, but on the side of Hillary Clinton, the vast amounts of money that has been transferred from one hand to another.
Can I tell you what causes greed?
Yes. What does this all mean? What does this
this
all
is my
mean?
own theory, but I've studied it very long and hard. And what greed is someone got something for very little or free. And when you get something for free, you didn't pay for it. You didn't spend your time. You just
it didn't take any effort. Well, gee, I want more of that. I want more of that. Well, if you ask someone, oh, you're going to have to work this many hours and not see your children because you're working 60, 70 hours, but you're going to make this much money. They say, maybe I don't want that. Well, gee, I'd like to go and enjoy myself a little bit more. When you're able to manipulate or steal, what happens is you go, well, gee, I like that. I want more of that. That was easy. I want more. And then the more you get, it builds a false foundation. You must always have a foundation for what you have, because what will happen is it will crush you in the end. And these people are being crushed because they have no foundation for what they've taken from the people. It's the people that should be holding up their own, and they've taken it from the people so they can't hold up their own. And that's why it will be crushed.
Many of my friends who are actually admittedly long time or lifelong, for that matter, Democrats are troubled by the amount of money. They don't know where necessarily the whether or not there's any illegality to it all, but when a person takes in more money than they can possibly ever use in a lifetime, it does lead one to some level of suspicion.
Well, that's why we have so many homeless. I'll explain this to you in a much easier, something that happened to me when I was, I guess, 20 years old. I had a very famous family member, and all my cousins became roadies. Oh. A lot of my cousins, and I was asked to be to go in the limousines and go to the parties, and I went to one. And no one really paid attention to me till they found out who I was. And everyone gathered around me. And I kind of looked at them and I said, why are you giving me so much attention? And they said, because who your family member is. And I said, I don't want this attention. I didn't work for it. It makes me uncomfortable. And I never went back to parties. And this went on for years. And one time someone said to me, why didn't you go to the parties? Because all these famous people were at the parties. And I said, well, if I ride her wake, I won't be satisfied with my wave. And that was up to me to make my own wave. And so I decided to stay away from it. And really, I fared very well. But people who ride people's wakes don't get to make their own wave. They don't get to develop themselves. So if you take other people's money, you never get to develop yourself. You never get to enjoy the money because you're too busy taking it. Greed causes mental illness. And I believe that all of these people are mentally ill because they cannot get enough.
Never being satisfied.
You cannot be satisfied. But if you work for whatever you get, you are so satisfied. It doesn't matter if it's just a dinner. You're so satisfied with yourself. America, I want you to be satisfied with yourself. And politicians, watch out, because they're going to find out who you really are.
Well, let's put the needs of the people ahead of the easy money.
That's right. Good job.
Hi, this is Fred Dreyer. You know, I've tackled a few roles in my time on the football field, in movies and television, and right here behind the broadcast microphone. Today I've taken on a new role to tell you about the local experts at Solar Optimum. Solar Optimum is California's leading provider of high-quality, affordable solar energy. And now they're offering a special deal you won't want to miss. So listen up. Through October 31st, Solar Optimum is offering a complete solar energy system with no money down and no monthly payments during the first year of ownership. And after the first year, payments are a low $76. Plus, not a single penny goes toward upfront costs. Best of all, you own the system. How great is that? Call 818-745-1489 today to get in on this offer. That's 818 745-1489.
Monthly payment available on approved credit. Complete details available at solaroptimum.com. California license number 9722228.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master plan destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
This is Larry Minetti for Herpanicin, the acne medication that really works from the inside out. If you suffer from skin problems, Herpanicin is the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out and gets rid of all kinds of acne and blemishes on your back, neck, and your face. It works so well, you can look and feel like a movie star. Herpanicin, a natural supplement created by Dr. Wayne Diamond. You take a pill, and that's it. I've been on these supplements, and they really work, folks. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror ever again. Get Herpanicin today. Call 888-467-4200. That's 888-467-4200. Herpanicin, it really works. 888-467-4200. Tell them Larry Minetti told you to call and look and feel like $1 million with Herpanicin. Call 888-467-4200.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Truly Green Radio Show. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are in conversation here today on Make America Great, the Truly Green Radio Show, with Truly Green. And we're getting a real insider's knowledge. Truly Green, formerly a member of what we have referred to as the elites. It's these are movers and shakers. It's the powerful. It's those that
they're the stupid.
Yeah, well,
they are egos. They're egos.
They are egos. And if you could elaborate about kind of the difference between ego and character and how it all kind of comes about and plays.
Ego, you look to perform. You're a performer. You want to be bigger than you actually are. So you take the energy. All of the energy that you take into yourself, and your being can't handle it, so you get bloated. And character is something that's innate, something deep within the soul that it has a vibratory tone that spreads out, constantly is spreading out because it's creation. Character is creation. Character is solid. Character has a solid foundation. Ego pushes out, but it bloats you because you don't want to give any of it up. You want to be bigger than life.
And character is just bigger than life. Character is like Donald Trump is character.
I was gonna. It's so funny.
They think it's ego, but he is so. Hey, that's really good. Donald Trump is character. He's so big that it looks like ego, and what he says is the truth. Everything he has done is the truth.
Because many people do believe that he must have a huge ego. That's what they all say. People assume that it's ego.
You have to have ego. Like, I'm going to build more ego the longer I'm on the show, because you have to carry the people that are watching you. You have to carry it. You have to carry your businesses, because if you don't, somebody will take them from you. So your character has to, your ego has to build as your character does. But there's a law, okay? And this is my law, but it's a law. I used to teach this.
What is
that
the law?
Ego is here, and ego is here, and character is here. And as you build, you can never go. Your character always has to be bigger than your ego, because ego, when it gets bigger, will always crush the character, because that's what ego does. So you have to build your character to stay in balance. So my character is going to have to build on, bigger than my ego. So as I have to build my business, my character, my show, my character is going to have to really come up to the plate, so that my ego doesn't crush my character. So Donald Trump, you can see how his character's growing as the people grow. His eyes are shiny. He actually loves the American people, because that's what it is when the eyes shine. When the eyes shine and they look into the camera, it's the heart flowering. And so basically, he's being very smart about it, because I've watched him. His character is right in line with his ego. In fact, it's character with him. And
when Donald Trump says that he wants to make America great.
Did I explain that well?
He's very well.
Okay, good.
And it might be somewhat obvious to some, but when Donald Trump says he wants to make America great, is he doing that for his own personal gain?
Oh, of course. Of course it's his own personal gain, because he loves to make things beautiful. I was an art publisher. It was my personal gain to create art that people could put in their home and love. But so he's going to make America great and have an incredible legacy. His legacy is the thing is that what Hillary does is she's charming. She's charming. But Donald Trump isn't charming. But he has the ability to charm people for generations to come all over the world, even after he's deceased. Why? Because he creates beauty, and people are impressed by the beauty. How much has she created that's legacy? It's zip. It's zip. I don't remember anything. There must be something, but I think it's all manipulated so that we'll.
I'm trying desperately to think of something, and I can't think of a single thing.
I can't.
My mind is absolutely drawing a blank. I hate to say this for the first time.
No.
I can't think of anything. The only thing I can think of a lot of things that are contrary to that, but I can't think of anything.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about contrary at this moment. We're talking about Donald Trump and how his character is so big it looks like ego. It was very interesting. My rabbi, I'm Jewish and Christian because I like lots of religions. But my rabbi, I love all religions. Anyway, my rabbi, what was I going to tell you about him?
Was it ego?
Oh, someone said, I was in town one day, and someone said, his ego's too big. He's an actor. And I looked at him. I looked at the person like, what is wrong with you?
he's a beautiful speaker, and they said to me that his ego was too big, and that he acted on the bima. And I looked at them and I said, I thought for a moment, and I said, he's not. I said, I've seen him at several functions and behind closed doors. He always acts like that. That's not ego. That's character. That's good character. I said, you've mistaken it. But it's true. People that have huge character in many cases and believe in themselves are confused with ego when it's really just really well cultivated character.
Helping us understand Donald Trump,
I hope you had the
Truly
time
Greene
of your
on Make
life.
America Great, the Truly Greene radio show. We'll be back right after these messages.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
Is your business paying too much for your water? Pure Water Technology provides the world's best fully monitored, self-cleaning, bottle-less water purification coolers for your employee drinking water. That's right, I said bottle-less. Because Pure Water Technology can provide you and your employees with a much healthier and cost-efficient alternative than what you're currently using. And we provide free trials. Pure Water Technology has technology unlike any other company. And you can save an average office over 6,000 gallons of water annually. So you can do your part for our California drought, save water, at the same time have happier, healthier employees. We use new reverse osmosis technology. It's available only through Pure Water Technology. No one else has this system. And we save water too. Log on to ditchthebottle.com or call 888-790-7873 for free information and your free trial. 888-790-7873. Call now.
Something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Welcome back, everybody, to Make America Great, the Truly Greene radio show. We're fighting the politically correct here today.
Are we?
I believe so. I think not owned by anybody.
No, you don't. That's true. You can be all religions, and you can practice them all at the same time, and it'll just make you richer.
And your story, by the way, that we had, before we last left off, before the break, understanding how people are behind closed doors.
Oh, right. I didn't explain that quite well enough. When the man that was complaining about my rabbi, well, our rabbi, because he was such a huge character that he thought it was acting. He had so much enthusiasm. He was exuding good character. That's what was happening, and I knew it. He was exuding his good character, and some people will never have that, so they want to crush it, and that's what he was attempting to do. So I told him, oh no, he's the same with all of those people in front of the bema as he is behind closed doors. Actors, comedians, many times comedians, they're just monsters when they get home because they just don't have enough energy. Everyone wants them to be funny, and they can't do it all the time. But someone that has built it from goodness and character just exudes it. And I was trying to tell him that when it's not ego, when it's character, it's always there. I mean, you have your moments. That person can have their moments, but it's usually always there. It's not just in front of masses of people or at the party. It's when you get up in the morning. You look at the curtains and see the wind blowing through the curtains or the breeze. You're happy. You've got good character that carries you through your day, all day long, your whole life long. It doesn't matter what's happening around you. That character is solid. It's always there. And I believe my rabbi had that, and I believe Donald Trump has that.
On this program, you've referred to greedy politicians being charming losers. Charming losers.
They are such losers.
Tell us what a charming loser happens to be.
A charming loser can be on TV, and oh my God! All these memories are coming through because I would see charming losers, and charming losers are able to really convince nice people to join them. And why is because they're givers and they want, and losers connect to a giver because losers are implosions. They have nothing to give. They're not creators. There are creators and there are people and takers. And basically, never the twain shall meet. I mean, they connect to each other because the doors open for the givers. They're always opening because you're giving. It's kind of like there's a breeze in front of you, and it just opens every door. It just opens every door. And the takers are the ones who can make all the money, the greedy ones that want free money, that want this, that want that. And they're black holes. They're implosions. And when you're an implosion, you want to connect to an explosion that is a creator and a giver so that all doors open so you can take. And so that's the difference. Politicians connect to the people who are the givers, our taxes, this, that, the other, and they connect through paper trails and every other way so that they can take. And most politicians are greedy because there's so much that can be taken. There's so much, and it's so easy. It's easy money.
Have any of our politicians infiltrated or perhaps been taken by these global elites, these people?
They're everywhere. You can't be a politician. See, Donald Trump isn't a politician. That's why we were hearing so much truth. You can't be a politician unless they've got bad stuff against you because they've got to control you.
So the politicians are, in essence, controlled?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Look at that. Remember when Donald Trump got off the bus and he started talking about women and kissing them?
Of course, that's the infamous... what was it? The video was it? With,
they set him up.
Billy Bush.
Well, see
Access Hollywood. That was the Access Hollywood video.
That was a setup. He was talking to him, I would say, on the bus because I know about these setups, and he was talking to him on the bus, probably getting him all excited.
Sure.
And then it wouldn't have been legal. He wouldn't have been able to use that in the privacy of a bus unless he told him he was taping him. So he got off the bus, continuing a crazy conversation without him saying anything like that, prodding him on. And he got him. Billy Bush, shame on you. It was Billy Bush, right?
It was Billy
Bush. Shame on you, setting him up.
If I'm not mistaken, I know nobody has said this, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe Billy Bush is related to the Bush family, the former presidential family, and so
no wonder he set him up. Those guys set everybody up.
I think they have. Well, I think Donald Trump literally
he fell for it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Any man will fall for once they get excited, they're going to say anything and talk about anything because it's fun to talk about that stuff. It doesn't mean you did it.
Hi, this is Fred Dreyer. You know, I've tackled a few roles in my time on the football field, in movies and television, and right here behind the broadcast microphone. Today, I've taken on a new role to tell you about the local experts at Solar Optimum. Solar Optimum is California's leading provider of high-quality, affordable solar energy. And now they're offering a special deal you won't want to miss. So listen up. Through October 31st, Solar Optimum is offering a complete solar energy system with no money down and no monthly payments during the first year of ownership. And after the first year, payments are a low $76. Plus, not a single penny goes toward upfront costs. Best of all, you own the system. How great is that? Call 818-745-1489 today to get in on this offer. That's 818-745-1489.
Monthly payment available on approved credit. Complete details available at solaroptimum.com. California license number 9722228.
When you really want Italian food, really good Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Why? Well, here's a couple of reasons. Value. You get a lot for your money along with a load of deliciousness. You're not eating corporate food. Columbo's is family owned and faithful to their long-held family recipes. We're talking service that's never fawning. You'll never get, "Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'll be your server tonight." Please. Jazz every night. Sizzling steaks, luscious fish entrees, yummy Italian specialties, and the world's greatest meatballs. Need I say more? Oh, I will. Value, deliciousness, Italian family specialties, friendly service. Columbo's. Yes! That little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's. Mangia.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Welcome back, everybody, to Make America Great, the Truly Green Radio Show. This is our final segment, by the way.
Can I start this segment?
Well, please do. Please.
You were talking about something, Paul was talking about something that is from a man's perspective, and it was very interesting. Paul, please tell me your take on what happened on that bus. You said that Mr. Trump was 59?
It only dawned on me because you kind of brought it up that what Donald Trump simply said just wasn't true, even though he said it. And of course, it defies logic because people will say, how could something be said if it isn't true? Well, it happened.
Well, Hillary Clinton does that all the time.
It's called. I guess it's called a lie. But however you want to categorize it, I think men, from what they call it, from the beginning of time, have always been dishonest about one thing or another, especially when it comes to their interaction with women. I mean, and it always tends to go in towards one end of the spectrum. It's never
Well, men have to have really sex every 3 days.
There is a physical need.
Especially as they get older, or younger too, but because when they get a little 50s, what happens is their hair will get gray. If they're not, their bones will get brittle. To keep their hormonal balance, they must have stimulated sex regularly. Women don't have to, but men do. Their hormones stay the same, most women.
I could only imagine, Donald Trump being on that bus and the pressure that he felt.
Why would he feel pressure?
Donald Trump's 59 at the time, and of course being on that bus with Billy Bush, who was a young man. It doesn't stand to be completely out.
And he's probably talking about all sorts of craziness.
I'm sure.
And then
I'm sure.
He gets off the bus, and you said Donald Trump, men try to stay up with each other in conversation.
No, absolutely. It was obviously a mistake, but it was one that, was... I think many men have actually committed...
I don't believe anything is a mistake, but I think he was set up.
Well, obviously, if somebody records something, then saves it is smack of a setup. That's for sure.
Right. Well, it's obvious because why wasn't there recording on the bus? It wouldn't have been legal for him to record that on the bus. He got off the bus and he had someone standing there with a device, and he actually recorded it. He was there to do it because this is what the elites do to discredit people.
I think we all can put ourselves in a position where we've said things that weren't true and that we hate to be held accountable.
It's very interesting. The elites don't have anything on me. I always used to think, if they would try to set me up, and I'd always think, I don't want to do that. Nah, I'm not going to do that. That's not good. Who would do that? That's going to hurt people. So basically, always talk to people as though you feel you're being recorded.
It's nice to be able to kind of see things when before they happen, but more often than not, you don't see it coming.
Well, all you have to do is think. Don't only do things that you would do in God's presence. And if God were standing there, would you actually do that? And I always think like that. And
good words of advice.
Well, maybe I can't recall the bad things I've done, but I'm sure there are some. I just can't recall them. Oh, isn't that convenient? Anyway, thank you so much. Remember, vote for Mr. Trump. Donald Trump is our guy to take us out of this craziness.
Because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD.